Yeah, so I'm looking out the window, right? And I see these two, what look like girls from afar. One clearly got butt implants that just look like one of those. I don't know if you guys have ever seen them on Ridiculousness when they show how ridiculous they look. And I can see that they're two men dressed as women, prostitutes. I can see it. And there's a dude that just came out with them, and I asked my pendulum, does this dude know that they're actually men? Something that has happened, my God, over 20, 25 times just here is dudes, like gang members, that showed up with what they thought was their girlfriend, some of them even fiancés, and they were men, and they didn't know it. And I feel like for a certain type of man that just has a problem with women, they don't care. They kind of know, but they only don't care as long as it's not exposed. See, they come to me, and then because of what I do through the walls, and I yell, and I flip cards, and I expose shit, and it's not just who killed who. It's they want to make sure that people leave me alone, right? There have been gang members, some chiefs and generals, that have been here. Some of them had wigs on themselves, and others were actually here with men. And like I said, I don't feel like they really cared. You can kind of tell. But for dudes that do care, if you're with a female and this person, there's not many females that are actually wanting to be celibate. There are some of us, right? But there's not a lot. So keep that in mind. Uh, so be wary if you're meeting somebody and they're saying like I'm celibate, it's because they have a dick, okay? And a lot of you have been dating what you think are women that have been sucking on your wee-wees and they're actually men, all right? This is part of the sick society that we live in. Um, Something else, I just let all three of these phones play with that app to put shit together. There are certain people that the universe is targeting. They put the words comfortable and exception. So there are certain people that have money, and it's not everybody. Okay, so I don't want people who have money um, to think that you know if it's you or not, right? I don't mean someone in particular got a lot on the plate, and I already know what's happening between the dynamic between us, right? I mean, for people that have it and they have never given back, they don't want to help, they don't want to see this world be better. Um, People who thought that this stuff that was happening to me and others could never affect them, they're about to be proven wrong. Because when these terrorists come, eventually they're going to get smart and hip to the fact that they can't get anything out of people who are struggling. You know what I'm saying? And they're very smart, is one thing that I've learned, is they're not stupid. So they're going to eventually realize that they're not getting anything out of people who are also, I feel like they see on television wealth in our country, and they think all of us have it. They do. This is why they hate us. They don't realize there's a 1%, and then most of us actually struggle. It wasn't ever supposed to be this way, especially when the 1% got it through other means. So that is going to be happening to certain people that thought that this shit could never affect them, and that don't want to see this world better or this country better, that don't really care. You guys will be affected by that. So this is just stuff I'm saying. You can take it with a grain of salt, or you can take it seriously. But just the messages I got just leaving these three things play is there are people who were already kind of warned, like your life was in danger, or it don't even have to be something that happened with me. It's just something where there's a lack of gratitude and a lack of appreciation. I had to lose everything in my life because I didn't realize how entitled I was, and I never even had money like that, okay? But we do, as people, not realize what it's like in other countries. We take for granted that we have running water and clean water. We take for granted that we actually have homes here and we don't live in freaking huts and shit like that. So there's some people who were where I was at. That song "I Had to Fall" by Linkin Park. I forget which one it is. I had to fall to lose it all. That shit is about to happen to some people who don't understand that when these terrorists watch television, they think all of us live like the 1%, because that's what it shows. It shows reality shows, it shows money and big homes, and they don't really show what's truly going on with most of us, okay? Most of us can barely pay our bills. The world is completely lopsided, okay? So, and this is why a lot of change is happening, even with big stores and Gucci, like them getting robbed and looted was supposed to happen. It's a lesson. You guys overcharge for shit just because of a name. I mean, some of their products aren't even made better than knockoff brands. They're really not. I've seen both. So it's just a real big, huge wave of karma happening, and it's about to get worse. So until people start realizing that you start putting money over people, you will lose that. Okay, you start putting your own personal things over the welfare of for some people, even their own children. You will lose that. There are people who are codependent of living on someone else, and because they're not learning the lesson or being grateful for things, they will lose that person. I've seen this happen in my friend Mike's house that I lived in. You know, he was codependent on his family, and bad things started happening. You know what I mean? They were getting in accidents, getting hurt, so they couldn't go to work and shit like that. And this is just how life works. I learned a lot about how life works through my situation of loss, and just feeling like I was entitled every day to have 3 meals and be able to go out and just buy things when I needed them. So this is what is going to be happening. Don't say I didn't warn yous. For those of you who know that you are grateful and you do give back and your heart is pure, you don't have anything to worry about. You know who I'm talking about, a certain type of people that lost themselves because they only want to see the world or see things how it makes them feel comfortable. Okay, so don't say I didn't warn yous. I didn't even mean for this to go long. It's probably going to take too long to upload this, but this is just what I got. All right. Dudes, if you're not gay and you have a female, quote unquote, that says that they're celibate, we're very few and far, you guys, okay? So question that shit. Some of you guys need to say, like, I'm sorry to do this, but you got to pull your goddamn pants down and shit. You feel me? If you got to get uncomfortable, or just stop, unless you really are gay, which some of you guys are. You don't want to admit it, and that's cool. This is causing a problem as well. A lot of men really are gay, and they're afraid of what their friends or family will think, so they hide it. And because you're hiding this, you're playing tug of war with like your true self, and you become arrogant and mean towards other people, especially women, and it's not fair. So there's a lot of shit that needs to change. And my situation was supposed to show people that you can you can put your life on the line to protect other people and lose at the same time. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to be showing people what a true, good-hearted, good-souled, pure-souled person is actually like. And people are just kind of seeing it for something else, you know? It's not all of you, but it's a lot of people just don't really see this shit for the lesson that is involved here, okay? Anyway, love you guys. Nowhere. Philly out.